Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license.
Want to announce our SRP friends first in the green with the flag.
All right, skating forward, Skate Riot Project. We have 024 Cuddy. 09, our captain, Vampira.
Announcer love, yay!
218 Sayrar. 247 PMS. 394 F-Bomb. 40 Sick. 4077 Crash Mash. 45 Ammunitia. 574 Axel. Number 602, Phoenix. 709, Kiwi. 808, G's Louise. 810, Pound Town. 835, Scarin Jaeger. Number 7, Skatey Katie. And our bench coaches, Flipper Off and Velasco Sauce. And Weird Flex.
Make some noise for your Skate Riot Project!
What is it? Hungla.
All right, and in black we have the world. Wearing number 10, we have Frida. Number 1013, Griff. Number 151, Ash Smash'em. Number 1999, Show Nuff. Number 22, Mimi. Number 27, Babe Tovin. Number 31, Force. Number 38, Colette Razorcat. Number 5, it's Sunny Oh No. Number 633, Morph. Number 66, Youngla. Number 710, Mo Fasta. And rounding out the world roster, we have 95, Lightning. Looks like we are bench coached by Ima. All right, Axel wearing the star for SRP and Morph for the world. If Morph sounds familiar, it's because Morph was skating as a Bad News beater and a slightly different number. No, that's the wrong side. Gotta get that. Axel's my teammate. Okay, you're fine. Okay, oh, lots of movement on the track. You would not think that some of these skaters just skated in about. And Axel, your lead jammer for SRP.
because we had our kids like 6 months apart.
Is she still in prison now?
I think so.
I can't imagine that job is very fun. All right, a quick 1 point for Skate Riot Project in green.
D20 skate 2. Yeah, on black, she's wearing the star.
All right, and wearing the star for the world, we have D20. Wearing the star for SRP, it looks like that's Kiwi. Kiwi, your lead jammer for the Skate Riot Project.
She's so tall. She's so tall.
Ammunition holding down the outside line there, pulling D20 back. Kiwi with 4 in the air on a point scoring pass. Being told to keep going, keep running it.
Dude, if this is a matchup, it shouldn't be 30-minute halves. Like, that's so much time.
All right, another 4 in the air for SRP, and it looks like the star is now in the hand of Colette Razorcat. Lots of whistles. Good strategy there by Kiwi to hold the world scoreless.
Oh, no, it looks like
Oh, I lied,
Colette
not
was able
scoreless.
to get 2 points. And we also see one of SRP in the box at the end of that jam. So they will be starting short in this jam. We have Skaren Yeager wearing the star for SRP and Griff for the world.
And it looks like Skaren Yeager, your lead jammer for Arizona Roller Derby.
What does her name mean? And also, is she a junior?
And it looks like we have another pass of the star, this time to number 2 on the world. Would love to know who that is.
That is Mimi wearing the star, and we are now in a power jam in favor of the world. Skaren Yeager being sent to the box.
Her number is not 22, it's 2. Okay. So power jam for the world for Mimi, number 2.
And another member of SRP being sent to the box as we have the 2 currently there standing and being released.
Big hit there to the inside. Trying, great offense there by SRP. They have to switch right back into defense though as as Mimi is coming around. This is going to be that full 2-minute jam, as our lead jammer did head to the penalty box. Skaren Yeager is back on the track, though, in point-scoring position. A little bit of precarious helmet cover there. Make sure that that stays on. It's never fun when you are skating your heart out and realize that the helmet cover's on the floor. You're good, you're good, you're good. Maybe tighten it up, though. Okay, yeah. And Mimi able to emerge off that inside line.
That was a big jam for the world.
It was huge.
16-point jam.
16 points and a full 2 minutes. That's a lead change, friends. If you are unfamiliar in roller derby, when you have a lead change, it is customary to take a sip of your beverage. If you're at home, I hope it's a good one. I hope it's alcoholic. If you're here, I hope you have a safe drive home, and it's water or soda. Looks like we're putting up 11 on the board for SRP on that one. So I lied, not actually a lead change, but still hydrate.
And on the track for SRP, we have Pound Town wearing the star and Morph for the world. The The World is starting with one of their blockers in the penalty box, so it will just be 3 on the track for the blocker starting out.
Morph was our first jammer in this game, in this second game, and did get the jammer called off pretty quick. Hi, Morph. Hi. Hi. I like talking about the people that are on the track, so you might hear your name. It's kind of my job. Yeah. Also, appreciate that you're skating in 2 numbers instead of 3. So I think you had 3 numbers for the last game. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. That looks like your real number. That blue number was fake. Yeah. Looks like the officials are discussing maybe the score, maybe the timing, maybe where they're going to go for the after party and what the appetizers might look like.
All right, and it looks like our official timeout is coming to an end.
All right, we've got Pound Town and Morph wearing a star for their respective teams as we start Jam 4 in this second game of the evening. And Pound Town at the front of the pack. It looks like a world blocker getting sent off. Pound Town with 1 to beat, and Pound Town, your lead jammer for SRP.
Morph is still fighting those SRP jammers.
3 to beat on that far side as Pound Town, takes a hit, is able to get back up with 1 to beat. That's number 66, Jungla. And 4 more points for Skate Riot Project. SRP doing a great job of holding back Morph to the point where we were looking for maybe a little bit of strategy coming out of the world there. So Lightning now in possession of the black team star, as that is another 4 points for Pound Town, and we're calling it off. Good strategy there by the world. Get that star out and see if you can make something happen, but not soon enough. That is a huge jam. That's 12 points for SRP, and the world is scoreless.
We have Axel wearing the star for SRP and D20 for the world. SRP is starting with one of their blockers in the penalty box. And right away, D20 is pushing that pack forward, fighting to get out first.
D20, a very, very powerful skater with one to beat. I believe that's Skatey Katie at the front. D20 able to get through on that outside, and is your lead jammer for the world.
And we have a successful star pass to PMS, who is now taken over as the jammer for SRP.
This is the first jam that the world has gotten lead. Good job, D20. World getting 3 on the board for a score of 22, holding SRP scoreless at 36.
Heading into Jam 5, we have Griff for the world and Kiwi for Skate Riot Project.
Some AZRD love. Oh, wait, we got an official timeout. It's always a little bit of a jolt there. Is that whistle to go or is that whistle to stop? You may have seen Griff skating in blue in the last game. This pickup of the world is a little bit of a mishmash of all of our friends. We love skating with our friends. We love skating against our friends.
Would you like to be our friend? Are you interested in learning to skate or learning to play roller derby? Join us.
Join us? How? Where should we go?
You can find us on all the social media websites and go to our website, ArizonaRollerDerby.com, for all the information.
And the cool thing is, maybe you want to wear skates, but maybe you don't want to hit your friends, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to. But in case you don't want to, we do have skating officials, all these lovely people in black and white helping to keep us legal and safe. Maybe you're not a skater, but you still want to help us out. We've got non-skating officials. Heck, we've even got medics and announcers. There's so many cool ways to join us. And if you are, if you have a youth in your life, we also have Arizona Roller Derby Juniors. Interesting setup there from the pack. Green was stretched across with just a couple of world blockers on either side.
And it does appear as a result of that official timeout that we did start as a power jam in favor of the world with with Axel in the box.
Axel in the box from the previous jam. So I suspect we'll see Kiwi for the next one. So we are waiting to see if Griff is going to be able to get that lead jammer status before Axel comes out and is also eligible for lead jammer status. A little bit of a race. Griff being recycled back by Phoenix to turn 2, it looks like. I believe Phoenix was also a ref in the first game. We are just all hands on deck today. Axel pushing through the last world blocker and gets lead jammer, immediately calls it off. We are not playing around. I believe that was a 0-0.
And we are, in fact, seeing Kiwi wearing the star for Skate Riot Project
there
in
we
this
go.
jam. We have Frida for the world.
Woo! If Frida looks familiar, that's because you saw them skate a bunch in the last game. Frida, very successful jammer in that last game as well. See how it goes against Kiwi, and ooh, almost a little bit of a spill. Frida out as your lead jammer for the world.
Kiwi right behind, not leaving much room there for Frida to work with as she comes in on her scoring pass.
Two very fast jammers. Also, I feel like very tall jammers. Like there's a lot of leg on the track with these two.
Yep.
Frida getting caught up a little bit behind some SRP defenders at the back of the pack, able to call it off. I believe we might have an even split here. Let's see where the points lay out. Yeah, I see 4 and 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 4?
It looks like Kiwi was able to squeak out an extra point ahead of the world on that for a full 4 to the world's 3.
It's always a little spicy when the lead team gets fewer points than the non-lead team.
We have Morph for the world and Skarenjaeger for SRP. We are starting with an empty penalty box. Skarenjaeger is our lead jammer, but Morph is right behind giving chase. We got a little bit of jammer on jammer action, and Skarenjaeger says, no, let's not, and calls the jam.
Just kidding. I want to reset. Smart derby, though. Smart derby, not going to lie. Ooh. All right, we've got Pound Town out again for SRP.
And D20.
I believe the D20 was out last. It got lead, so that is fun. Pound Town also frequent lead getter.
Both jammers meeting heavy resistance as we go into turn 1.
D20 with 1 to beat at the front of the pack against number 024 Cuddy. P-Town at the back of the pack. Everybody's getting a little tripped up. Oh, it looks like D20 getting recycled back by 2 SRP defenders. Pound Town kind of taking a minute to assess the situation. PMS trying to do some offense there. There's some whistles, and we have a lead jammer for SRP.
And a successful star pass to
me. I do appreciate how quickly everyone is passing the star after they don't have lead. That is such a great strategy to have. It definitely keeps the other team on their toes. Quick score check of 40 for SRP and 25 for the world. 0 points in that jam.
Kiwi on the track with the star for Skate Riot Project, going up against Griff for the world. And Kiwi is now as our lead jammer. Griff being drawn back to the back of the pack, recycled.
You know, when Kiwi and Griff were put up against each other last time, Kiwi also got lead jammer that time.
We have a successful star pass this time to Lightning, who's coming up on their first scoring pass as Kiwi decides to call it and deny the world any points.
First time for Lightning having the star in this game. Quick 2 points for SRP, bringing them to 42. And the world held scoreless at 25. We've got a 3-jam run, lead jammer for SRP.
And Skarenjaeger is our jammer for SRP, Morph for the world. Morph quickly finding a hole on that outside line and is our lead jammer. Is Skaren being recycled back to the back of the pack. Still looking for that initial pass.
That was a very quick trip for Morph, too.
It was a very quick trip. We had some quick footwork there. All right.
Ooh. Check, 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 check. Okay. I lit like that. Why is that so touchy? I don't know. No. This one. Please. 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 Thank you. No, 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 I don't want that. Thank you. Give me something I can do. Oh, no. Okay. I don't know where it goes from here.
Timeout, Graham.
All right, and back at the action, we've got a timeout for the Skate Riot project. We've got about 11 and a half minutes left in this first half of the game. Quick score check, SRP at 56 and the world at 38.
Oh.
That's wild.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Should not happen. Okay.
And just a little shout out to our sponsor, CrossFit Full Strength. At CrossFit Full Strength, we are more than just a gym. We are a community built on strength, inclusivity, and support. For 15 years, we've helped athletes of all levels train smarter, move better, and build lasting fitness. And we are getting back to the action. We have Frida on the line wearing the Jammer Star for the world, Skaren Yeager for Skate Riot Project.
Looks like our penalty box is empty, so we've got a full strength pack on the track. Skaren looking to that outside while Frida's looking to the inside. Two very different strategies. In this case, ooh, we have Frida as your lead jammer, and we have Skaren heading to the penalty box. This is going to give the world just what they need to close this gap. We've got a power jam in favor of the world. All right, as Frida hits the back of the pack, gets no love there from Phoenix. Both teams really just working defense and offense at the same time.
Skaren Yeager back on the track, approaching the pack, looking to get that initial pass, see if she can maybe force a call off or sneak in some points for SRP.
Frida with 4 points at the moment. And great strategy there, calling it off before Skaren can get any of those points. So unanswered 4 points, bringing the world up to 42.
46, 8-point jam.
Ooh, 8-point jam, even better.
I
I love a close game.
Loving it. I love a close game. We have Kiwi wearing the star for SRP and Griff for the world. Only 10 points separate these two teams with just under 10 minutes left in the half.
Oh, Sunny Ono taking herself and Griff out there. Griff able to stay up on her skates, though, and re-enter legally. Griff and Kiwi both fighting through. I believe there was a penalty being assessed to Griff.
It looks like a cut track,
Yep.
sending Griff to the box, and that will be a power jam in favor of Skate Riot Project.
Woo, a little power jam back and forth, you know. Nice, well-matched teams. We love this. Kiwi getting recycled back all the way to turn 2. Kiwi still on their initial pass, so the world really putting up a fight.
Lead jammer status is still open for Kiwi if she is able to get by those world blockers who are going to make her work for it.
Yes.
Not going to give up that power jam time easily.
SRP at the front of the pack, not doing any offense. I'm sure Griff is probably on her way back onto the track.
And as you say that, she re-engages with the pack and is pushing those front SRP skaters, hoping to still gain that lead status.
That is one thing that's so tough about roller derby is you might only have a couple of seconds to make something happen.
And Cuddy taking over as jammer for SRP, a successful star pass there. This jam will be going the full 2 minutes.
No lead to be found. So sad.
We still have 30 seconds left in this jam.
Cuddy able to, looks like trip on through there, but legally and upright. So 4 points there for Cuddy. Griff looking like it's time to give that jammer helmet cover to number 2, Mimi. We love a tandem star pass. As this jam is getting very close to finishing, we're going to try and scrape up as many points as we can by these 2 jammers. All right, it looks like SRP able to get 8 and possibly the world coming out with 2 for that jam.
Heading into Jam 16, we have Skaren Yeager jamming for Skate Riot Project and Morph for the world.
Both jammers looking for any daylight there in that big blocker wall. I do sort of love watching them ping pong back and forth, really trying to either follow their team or find what might look like a hole on the track before anyone else can plug it. Oh, and that inside line is where Morph finds some space and is your lead jammer for the world.
Oh, and the world able to reform, slow down Lightning, and push her out of bounds. That's going to be a recycle by Lightning as Morph is making her first scoring pass.
I love that Skaren has a huge smile on her face as she's getting herself hit to the inside.
Ooh, and is able to absorb that hit and is out now on a scoring pass.
Beautiful job by Skaren there.
Morph opts to call it as Skaren makes her approach, denying SRP any points and holding them to
strategy.
0 and picking up 3 for the world.
Again, closing that gap, 64 to 51. Honestly, holding SRP scoreless is a victory in and of itself. Having a couple of points on top of it is not bad.
Pound Town for SRP and D20 for the world.
All right. D20 up at the front of the pack consistently every time they jam, and just a monster of a pusher. Just really, I like to call them a blammer. When you've got that strong jammer that just drops a shoulder and pushes. Looks like Cuddy is at the front there?
Yes, it looks like Cuddy holding that at the very end of the pack. There was a little bit of bridge work
there
going.
We go.
But D20 pushes through and is our lead jammer. Skatey Katie takes the star and is now our jammer. And D20 says, no, let's not, and ends the jam.
I do love seeing those star passes from SRP. We've seen more of them on the world side than on the green SRP side. And it is a great strategy if you want to just get any points off the board. Just try and call it as quickly as possible.
Kiwi as our jammer for Skate Riot Project. Griff for the world. Not the first time these two have been up against each other. And Griff able to sneak by on that outside line and is our lead jammer. Kiwi still being held. And getting recycled back as Griff is making her first scoring pass and is through.
Oh, that was fantastic from the announcer table. Griff was nearly untouched on that pass. That was stunning.
A beautiful pass. Ammunition taking over as jammer for Skate Riot Project as Griff is on her second scoring pass.
Oh, it looks like Ammunition wearing the pivot turn jammer for SRP. Again, forcing that call off. Great strategy. It did allow the world to get 5 points, though. We are dangerously close to another lead change here.
Morph taking the track as jammer for the world up against Skaren Yeager for Skate Riot Project.
So this is, the world is on a 3-jam lead streak. The last 3 jams they've gotten lead. Let's see if Morph can make it 4. or if Scaren Yeager is going to take it back. Looks like the world pivot. Headed to the box, but it was just a false start. You don't have to go to the box for that. You just yield your time. Scaren Yeager, your lead jammer for SRP. Scaren heard what I said about the 3-jam run for the world and was like, nah,
Absolutely
nah, man.
not.
And I believe Morph has donated, or is maybe thinking of donating the helmet cover.
The helmet cover has come off regardless. Let's see how that plays out.
Is it a stash or is it a pass?
Are we being sneaky or are we passing?
I know, right?
It's always a fun game
It
before
is
we
a fun
find out.
game. I do love that it's, well, now our pivot holding the helmet cover is getting sent to the penalty box. I don't know if that means that they're serving as a pivot or if they need to give the helmet cover back so that it can be a jammer's turn. I'm never quite sure, and I'm also never in that situation, which is fine with me.
Fine with me.
Scaren is the only jammer of note on the track regardless. That's a blessing and a curse, though. That means all eyes are on you. Scaren able to do some fancy footwork. Oh, that footwork was too fancy. Scaren heading to the penalty box. We're going to have a 2-minute jam. We have about 40 seconds left.
As Mimi re-enters the track, putting that star on.
Oh, yeah. Mimi is now your jammer of record for the world.
Served a full penalty, which means Scaren will also be there for the full 30 seconds. Mimi easily threw on the initial pass, now approaching to try and get some points on the board for the world. Ooh. And easily through 4 points on the board.
You know, the outside of the track is the longest distance, but sometimes there's nobody there and you can sneak on through. Oh, big inside now.
Touched for another 4 for the world.
Mimi's just taking all those open lanes. Oh, do we have a tie game? Let's wait till the points are assessed. Oh, not quite a tie game. SRP with 4 on the board. The world, though, creeping up a score of 64-68. Friends, I have only announced 1 tiebreaker jam ever. And, you know, if we made it 2, that would be the coolest thing ever. I'm just saying.
Frida jamming for the world. Pound Town for Skate Riot Project. A bit of a slower start to this jam. Both jammers approaching a little cautiously that pack. Frida being held in the back by a strong tripod. And Frida is out as our lead jammer. Pound Town has been recycled back, meeting heavy resistance from those world blockers. And Mofasta for the world heading to the box. Oh, Pound Town is out now, though.
Frida checking in with the bench as they skate around.
And they're saying keep on going.
Keep on going. I'm hearing some urges to do maybe some defense, maybe some offense. Oh, whip. We got a whip there.
Whip. That was
lightning.
Beautiful.
That's some old school derby. I love me a good whip.
Looks like we may be trying to clear that penalty box and see how many points we can get in the meantime.
That's a great idea. Yeah, make sure that your team can be full strength.
And it appears that was the case as Mofasta enters the track. Frida goes ahead and calls that jam.
Ooh, and it is intermission after that fairly large jam. And again, we don't have ties too often. And we've got a tie as we head into intermission, 72-72.
Now, before we go into that intermission, it does appear we have an official review on behalf of Skate Riot Project.
Excellent. Yeah, so SRP calling that official review, and we will let you know once we come back from intermission what that review is. All right. Well, we are going to head out to intermission, but just as an FYI for that official review, Green was seeking a backblock call on one of the world skaters on the World Jammer, and the official said, no thanks, and so the no call will stand. We will see you back here promptly in 14 minutes. Thanks so much.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Seconds before we play. In the meantime, Morph is wearing the star for the world and Kiwi for SRP. And with that, we are off. Morph finding some outside lane unsecured to get that lead jammer status for this first jam in the second half. Kiwi with 2 to beat at the front of the pack, now 3 to beat, but no pack is called. Kiwi is let go.
Those world blockers able to buy half the track of space for Morph to try and get some points on the board. And she opts to call it as Kiwi makes her approach. That is 2 for the world and nothing for SRP, which means we do officially have a lead change.
Lead change. Take a drink of your beverage or call it, a drink for later when you're at the after party.
We're pre-hydrating.
Pre-hydrating.
Grip
because you might
the
get
star.
really dehydrated at the after party.
Grip wearing the star for the world. Scaren Jaeger for Skate Riot Project. Bit of a slow start to this jam.
Looks like the world does have their pivot in the box, so a little bit lighter pack there in favor of Skate Riot Project. Oh, Scaren Jaeger doing a little bit of blocking with their team to try and hold back Griff. I do love it when jammers play derby against each other, not gonna lie.
Jammer on jammer blocking is always fun.
It's so good. Oh, Scarin with those toe stops there. Good track awareness, though. It is the worst when you think you're safe and you're not safe, but Scarin is safe and is your lead jammer for the Skate Riot project.
Lightning re-entering the track. We now have all of our world blockers. Grip still fighting at the front of that pack, has 3.
Ooh.
Oh, and the star comes off and is passed to Lightning,
Yes.
who is now our jammer for the world.
I love that. Lightning came up and just said, hey, I'm here. And Griff was like, cool, let's go. The right strategy there by SRP. Once that star gets passed, that's your signal to call it. We don't want to give a single point if we don't have to. And now we have another lead change, 72 to 74. That was a 4-point jam in favor of SRP. And I hear some timeout whistles.
It looks like we have the world requesting an official review.
Ooh, early. And P.S., if you did not hear, at the end of the first half, Green requested an official review, had an official review. They were requesting a call on the World Jammer, and the official said nah, and the call did not happen. And they lost their official review for that half, but everyone gets a new official review in a new half, so yeah. We will let you know what this official review is about when we know. We're very lucky and thankful that our skating officials let us in on all the hot gossip.
And thank you to our lovely volunteers. We've got Mecca and Gail Satan out there making sure the track is safe and ready to go once the game resumes.
Thanks, Mecca.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Gail Satan.
She's not listening, but we are thanking her anyway. She's focused. What is this music? What is this music? Also, yeah, his phone's going to be so dead. So sorry, bud. I love that we have our diehard fans here. It is 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, and you are here with us watching good roller derby. We appreciate you. Little huddles happening on the track. I like to think they're talking about what they're going to order, what appetizers are their favorites. I don't know if we actually have an after party, but that's what I like to talk about. Yes.
You guys have been talking about the arm wrestling.
Yes.
Me and Lose Chaos are looking for 2 people to join our group if anybody is interested.
Okay. You want to type that up?
All right, as this official review comes to a close, I just want to remind everyone about our arm wrestling tournament happening next Saturday, March 15th at Title IX Sports Bar and Grill. And if maybe you are a little nervous about joining, just so you know, some AZRD skaters, Miss Murder and Lose Chaos, are actually looking to add 2 more to their team.
I mean, you could be arm wrestling with like celebrities, with Miss Murder and Lose Chaos.
I would pay money to be on that team, I'm going to be honest.
Real talk. All right, on the track, we do have D20 looking to get some points. We also have Pound Town. Oh, I take that back. D20 is now looking for the penalty box as Pound Town is getting hit to the inside.
And that penalty appears to have been called in.
Oh, just
error
kidding.
misheard. And D20 is actually our lead jammer.
That's a nice reversal of fortune. You don't have a penalty. In fact, you're now lead jammer for the world.
I believe that confusion may have been from Vampira being sent to the box at the same time.
I get it.
That's Vamp's first time in the box this game.
Excellent. Yeah, Vamp is a very clean skater. D20 trying to shake off one last hit there from Sick. And Pound Town looking for maybe a star stash just to get through the pack. Not sure. And with that, Phoenix is now your jammer for SRP. I believe this is Phoenix's first time wearing the star this game.
I do believe so.
We love
them heading into the box as that jam comes to a conclusion. SRP held to 0 points. That's going to be 2 on the board for the world.
Oh, 6.
In addition to the previous 4.
Yeah. The world's sitting pretty at 80 right now. This is our...
Another lead change with the world now taking the lead 80 to 76.
I love it. And the world, the 2 teams have been swapping lead. So the world's had 2. SRP's only had 1 as we roll into this 4th jam.
Kiwi jamming for Skate Riot Project, Morph for the World.
And when these two met, Morph did get lead last time. That was the first jam of this half. We'll see if that holds true this time or if Kiwi can make some moves. There we go.
And she does, and is our lead jammer. Morph still fighting.
Some good swaps of our lead systems here. These are, again, really nicely matched teams. And again, for this being sort of a last-minute pickup for the World, this is pretty great derby for you this evening. A little bit of a hit out there for Kiwi, but the World does stay solid. Multiplayer block being assessed on
Shorn Up heading to the box.
Oh, I see, I see. Looks like Lightning, number 95, the pivot for the World, headed to the penalty box. Morph did have the star cover in her hand, and if she did want to pass it, that option is not available to her now. Looks like
Cuddy heading to the box now for a forearms call.
Oh, I thought it was failure to reform. A little bit of the penalty box is getting a lot of love this half. Yeah. And Kiwi is lead jammer, still kind of getting the business at the back.
More
of the back
finally
there.
out on her initial pass, and whew, Kiwi goes ahead and calls it, but not before the World is able to clear their penalty box, so they will be starting with a full 4 blockers as we head into this next jam.
That's some good clock management, although SRP does have one in the box still. SRP could have kept it a little bit long. They've got 12 points, biggest point score for this game. We had a bunch of 12s in the first half as well, and held the World scoreless at 80. I believe that is another lead change.
Grip wearing the star for the World, Skaren Yeager for Skate Riot Project.
Ooh, and Griff.
Both jammers looking to take the outside and shut down quite quickly. Grip hit out by Phoenix.
Griff just really trying to find any space between these SRP blockers. They're able to reform in front of her. And just like that, Skaren Yeager is your lead jammer with a big smile for SRP.
Mimi has taken that star and is now our jammer for the World. Quickly coming up.
Oh, I can hear the team encouraging Skaren Yeager to call it off because Mimi was almost in point scoring position. Oh, it looks like we did get two points for the World.
Nope, three. Yeah, it looks like we are getting that penalty box point accounted.
Oh, there we go. Gotta love those not on the track points.
Katie wearing the star for Skate Riot Project. I believe that's the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe D20 back out as jammer for the World.
I believe Katie did receive the star from a star pass, but yeah, this is the first time we've had Katie with the star from the start.
Woo, bit of a fast-moving pack here. Skatey able to take advantage of that fast-moving pack and is now our lead jammer.
Skatey Katie, very fast jammer. Again, a lot of like legs, very tall jammer. Able to sort of, just like that, just little hops to get through. We love a little apex hop.
The crowd seemed to love it too. Now we have D20 sitting in the penalty box, so this is a power jam in favor of Skate Riot Project. They're looking to widen that lead that they have reclaimed.
D20 in the penalty box has not been happening when she's jamming, so this is a big hit to the World for this. Both teams setting up for this defensive and offensive play here. Oh, nice hit out there by number 66, Jungla, not allowing Skatey Katie to get through. And with that, we do have Skate Riot Project breaking the century mark with 100, the World at 83. Skate Riot Project on a bit of a run. They have had 3 lead jams in a row.
And that jam ended just as D20 was released from the box. So the World will be starting with Morph wearing the star. We have Kiwi for Skate Riot Project. Kiwi being recycled to the back by Lightning. Morph also being knocked down.
I'm wondering if these teams were able to adjust their gameplay, or if we're all, you know, especially those folks on the world that played on the first half, if they are just trying to get through. This is a long game, 2 30-minute halves. Both jammers, oh, I saw a little bit of a help there by number 2 from the world. I believe that's Mimi now with Morph as your lead jammer. Where did our...
Kiwi is still in the penalty box, so this is a power jam. Kiwi standing now, however, so not much time for Morph to capitalize on.
So Morph
that-
getting,
And that was
a
a
sniper hit
no-earned
there by
pass.
Phoenix.
No earned pass for Morph, so did not get that point. However, no cut track penalty, so that'll be 3 on that pass.
All right, and just as some defense was, or offense was gonna help out Kiwi, Morph calls it. Great job. So that did break the world's lead jam streak. Did earn them 3 points for a total of 86. Not quite enough to hit that century mark yet. Looks like we've got Scaren Jaeger and Griff. We've had this matchup frequently. Scaren Jaeger has been successful in these matchups. Let's see if that holds true now. And Scaren Jaeger, yep.
Griff removing the star, potentially looking for a star pass, or maybe just to scooch on through.
And the star is in Farida's hand, another frequent jammer. Good strategy there.
Scaren is through on her first scoring pass. Frida is still fighting to get out on that initial and be eligible to score.
Ooh, Frida just
Heavy
getting
resistance.
sandwiched there. Scaren making it look easy, just finding a line on the inside.
Frida once again being recycled to the back of the pack by PMS. Oh, and an apex jump, and Frida
Nice.
is out.
Good footwork there.
And Scaren says, nope, that is enough, and calls the jam. After getting another 4 on that pass and holding the world 2-0, widening that lead with a total of 12 for that jam. That brings our score to Skate Riot Project 112 and the world 86. Heading into jam 8 of this half, we have D20 wearing the star for the world and Pound Town for Skate Riot Project.
Both jammers pushing through. I believe D20's at the front. And Pound Town, though, able to get through and then immediately gets a little bit of a hit there. So Pound Town is your lead jammer, but D20 is technically in the front of the pack. You might have to do a little bit of recycling. Always the best to make sure that you don't acquire that cut track penalty. A little bit of a scrum there on the far straightaway. Colette Razorcat taking Pound Town back to turn 2. So yeah, we'll kind of see who's successful here. Pound Town is lead, but no one's gotten out on that initial pass yet. Pound Town down on the ground. Oh, D20 doing a little bit of blocking as Pound Town is out.
Mimi hot on her heels, having taken the star from D20 and is... Pound Town calls it.
Mimi doesn't even put it on. She's like, nah, I don't need to. It's okay. So is that 0 points? That was a lot of work for 0 points.
And those are some rough jams. We have Kiwi wearing the star for Skate Riot Project. Still waiting to see who we have come out for the world. And it looks like that's going to be Morph. And Kiwi is out. Now, it does appear that I only see 3 blockers on the track for the world, and there's one in the box now.
Maybe we have a little bit of a lineup mishap, not quite sure. Everybody is a little bit tired on the world side, I would imagine, especially those who skated in the first bout. Kiwi looking for any daylight that she can exploit there.
Yes.
Morph at the back of the pack. Looks like we had a no pack called, so everybody had to bunch back up again so we can play roller derby.
Morph still fighting. And the star does come off looking for that pass potentially to Lightning. It looks like that may have been a successful pass, and Lightning is out as jammer for the world. And Kiwi goes ahead and calls it.
Smart strategy there. And again, holding the world scoreless.
And the world is calling a timeout.
Yeah, that is another 3 jam run in favor of the world. The score is getting away from them a little bit as the clock ticks down. SRP at 124, the world at 86. The world held scoreless for the last 3 jams.
And
so, yeah, this might be
surprisingly close game considering 10 of our world skaters are playing in their second game of the evening.
Yes, this is honestly such great derby for it being a little bit of a last-minute roster shuffle.
Our entire jammer rotation for the world are on their second game this evening.
Oh, that's rough. Good job, world. The announcers are, well, me as an announcer, I'm always going to cheer for the team that's not winning. Yeah, we're seeing some great work out there, and yeah, all of our jammers were also playing as beaters or as Javelina Havocs in the case of D20.
All right.
Took a little breath, had a moment.
Catch our breath, reset as we head into the second half of this second half.
Second half of the second game of the 22nd season. Yeah.
And that is Skaren Yeager wearing the star for Skate Riot Project and Griff for the world.
Now, all of these SRP have fairly fresh legs as Skaren Yeager gets lead jammer. Some of them were skating officials in that first game, but that's a little bit of a different vibe sometimes. And it looks like the star has been passed to number 5, Sunny. Oh, no. Sunny, in an earlier life, used to be a jammer when we, in the before times. So it's always nice to see the star on number 5. Doesn't get a chance to do it, though, before Skaren Yeager calls it off. I have played against jammer Sunny Ono, and I don't recommend it. All right. Wearing the star for the first time?
Cuddy for Skate Riot Project and Hungla for the world. Also, I believe her first time wearing the star this game.
Hungla.
And just a little shout out, I do see number 218 Sayrar out there in our blocker pool for Skate Riot Project. This is Sayrar's first bout since being drafted to Skate Riot Project.
Oh my gosh, congratulations, Sayrar! What a wild game for your first game to be. Oh my gosh.
Yes. And Hungla is our lead jammer.
Yes.
Cuddy still fighting, knocked out of bounds and recycled by force. I'm hearing a penalty call. Looks like PMS for Skate Riot Project is going to be going to the box. Hungla is now making another scoring pass. Cuddy has removed the star, and it dropped, which means it does need to go back to her before we can be passed again.
The star has got so many special rules, but it looks like we have achieved a star pass, and Skatey Katie has the star for SRP.
And Hungla goes ahead and calls it before Skatey can come around and get some points. That'll be an 8-point jam for the world. That brings us up to 94 points for the world. 0 points for Skate Riot Project, that jam, holding them to 128. The world closing in on also breaking that century mark.
Oh, fantastic.
D20 wearing star for the world. Kiwi for Skate Riot Project.
In the last 3 jams, there were star passes on the non-lead jammer team.
And it looks like we have an official timeout being called.
We're going to check some stuff. Yeah, I think these teams are really dialing in any sort of strategy. The minute that they don't get lead jammer, they are taking off that helmet cover and finding their pivot. That is a great strategy. This is a comparatively lower scoring second half as well.
And a short official timeout that has come to the end, and we are now back to it. Both jammers fighting down the center of the track, both taking a little bit of a tumble. But Kiwi emerges victorious and is our lead jammer. Star is off from D20, looking for that pass potentially to Sunny Ono as Kiwi is making her first scoring pass, meeting heavy resistance, and is through on that inside line of turn 2. Sunny hot on her heels, a successful Star pass.
And again, we have Sunny Ono catching that Star, putting it on from that pivot, going from pivot to jammer.
And it does look like
Look at
Sunny
this.
may have been able to sneak some points in on that. We will just have to wait to hear from our officials to see if that is the case.
I feel like I'm seeing a lot of confused faces coming off the track. Might have been a lot of whistles just now.
It
What's
appears, from what I could see, it looks like for a moment SRP thought they had a power jam, but the Star
Oh.
had been successfully passed at the time of that call.
Got it. How is our penalty box looking? Are we empty?
We have one world blocker
one
sitting
world blocker.
in there, and it looks like they did give back the Star, so I'm wondering if perhaps that Star pass was not successful.
Oh, I got
Scare
it.
Jaeger jamming for Skate Riot Project, and it is a power jam.
D20 possibly in the penalty box? Yes. I got it.
A fast-moving pack, but the world is putting up heavy offense, or heavy defense, excuse me.
Scaren Jaeger being the jammer of record during a power jam is not what the world needs right now.
Oh, and that was a knockout by Mimi. A small drawback, but every bit counts, especially while lead is still open. D20 is back on the track.
Scaren Jaeger with a 4-pack at the top. Oh, trying to find that inside line, but Frida shuts that down.
That fancy footwork is just no good when you're looking at those long legs that can force you out. And D20 is our lead jammer.
To come out of the penalty box and get through his lead is honestly so great. Scaren Jaeger taking off that Star. Not sure if she wants to do anything with it yet, but we will find out. Also, that's 4 points on the board for the world. They are rapidly approaching the century mark.
Mimi and Lightning just continuously recycling Scaren, and they truly are just
Oh my gosh.
such a difficult duo to get by.
That is a soul crush. You
The
just are
Star
on that
has-
treadmill.
The Star has been passed to Skatey Katie,
All
who
right.
looks like is making her way through. Oh, and not quite. D20 still going through on another scoring pass. Let's see if she's able to pick up a few more before Skatey catches up. I'm going to push for as many points as possible.
D20 looking
Calling it.
gassed and calls it off. Great strategy there.
Picking up 2 more on that pass, and it looks like Skatey was able to sneak 2 points in on that jam, but 10 points for the world, breaking that century mark.
Huge.
We are now looking at a score of 135, Skate Riot Project, 103 the world.
It was a 7-point differential for the world in that jam. And again, yeah, they have broken that century mark. Well, we're trying to get a pivot stripe on the track.
We have one Skate Riot blocker in the box. Pound Town jamming for SRP. Griff for the world, getting knocked out and recycled, but still at the front of the pack. And Pound Down also hit out on that inside and recycled back. And these jammers are just taking an absolute
They
beating this
really
jam.
are. I mean, a testament to how hard all of these blockers are working. There are no gentle hits out here. Everybody is playing through every whistle. They are playing with every hit. Looks like a big recycle back on path by Colette Razorcat. But yeah,
Griff is our lead jammer. Hit out by Sick, but I do believe still got some points in that. All 4 able to be scored before getting hit out and recycled. And SRP
didn't even-
held to 4.
we didn't even get to see Ammunition with the Jammer Star because it
No.
got called off too fast.
Well, someday.
I'm ready to cheer for Nisha as a jammer.
Frida jamming for the world. Kiwi for Skate Riot Project. We have an empty penalty box heading into Jam 15.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
a fairly clean game, beyond one strange jam.
We had
many penalties being called.
We had a lot of penalties that game. I think people get confused, and then they make penalties, and then they don't go to the box. And then they get an additional penalty just for waiting too long. Oh, my gosh. And blink and you'll miss Kiwi out for SRP.
Now, the star has been passed to Lightning. And that is a no earned pass on that for Lightning due to them being out of play. Kiwi calling it before Lightning can come in and score any points. That'll be a full 4.
That was some great footwork there on that inside line. A little bit of a twinkle toe action and then make it happen.
Love to see it.
Are we having a Phoenix jam?
We are having Phoenix jam.
Nobody's tossing it to Phoenix with the pivot star or pivot stripe.
More for the world. I do believe this is our first time seeing Phoenix start with the star.
Yes, you are correct. All right, let's see how fresh legs on Phoenix work here as a jammer. Morph getting hit to the inside. Both jammers really just getting no love from the other team. I mean, it's kind of the point of the game.
Oh, and we have a power jam in favor of Riot Project. Morph heading to the box.
Morph heading to the box. Let's see if Phoenix and SRP can really capitalize this and increase this lead. We are down to our last 6 minutes. The world's sitting at 107. SRP sitting at 139. And again, a power gem in favor of SRP.
SRP trying to get a little bit of offense for there, but now opting to fall back and force pack.
Is that Mimi over there just absolutely tracking Phoenix, hitting her out and recycling her back on that far straightaway?
And Morph is back on the track.
That was
served.
An amazing 30-second penalty kill. Who gets lead? It is Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That was razor sharp for those refs. Ammunition did something bad. She knows it. She's heading out.
It looks like that was a low block call.
Yeah, we hate doing that to our friends.
Sick also heading to the box. Now the question is, does Phoenix let it run to clear the box? Or no, she opts to call it. We're not giving up any points to the world.
Phoenix is like, no, this is good. I'm done. Fair. 3 unanswered points, though, in favor of Skate Riot Project, bringing them to 142. The world sitting at 107.
SRP will be starting with, I believe, 2 blockers in the box. So the pack advantage will be going to the world as this jam starts. We have Griff jamming up against Skatey Katie.
Looks like SRP is digging deeper into their jammer rotation with Phoenix and Skatey Katie coming out now. Oh, Griff getting recycled back. Skatey. We're just going to skate the wrong direction for a couple of seconds as we get our jammers back on the track legally. This also is a great time killer to get the penalty box emptied. And with that, Skatey Katie is your lead jammer for the Skate Riot Project. Griff coming up against a three triangle of SRP.
Looking for that star pass, but PMS was not allowing her to get close enough. But it does look like Colette Razorcat has taken that star.
Great strategy there, giving it to Razorcat. Oh,
a big
that was such a good jump.
Such a thud as she landed, too.
Oh, my gosh. That was a really high jump. I think just those long legs, man, that's fantastic. We love to see it. And the rest of her trip is virtually untouched. Colette Razorcat able to get through. I hear a whistle. Looks like Griff is going to get sent to the penalty box. Jammers are going to jam. Blockers are going to block. Skatey Katie decides we're good. Another huge jam in favor of SRP. Skatey Katie able to put 12 points on the board, bringing their score to 152. The world not quite getting that. They have a score of 4 in that jam, bringing them to 111.
Frida jamming for the world. Kiwi out again for Skate Riot Project. The World does have the one blocker in the box as we head into Jam 19. We have just under 3 minutes left on the game clock.
My gosh, that's not very many jams left. Let's see if the World and Frida, your lead jammer, can close the gap.
We're off to a good start in that endeavor. Kiwi is still fighting the back of the pack, looks up against Lightning and Mimi and Beethoven, a very strong wall to have to try to fight.
Looks like Kiwi getting recycled back by Mimi as Frida gets another 4 points.
Kiwi is out.
If the World were to get a solid power jam, I mean, we could really see a tie or an upset. And you know I'm manifesting a tie, so like, let's go.
Well, that is going to be 8 points for the World, so slowly looking to try to close that gap. We do still have 2 minutes left on the clock.
119 to 156. The World trying to close that gap with this nice 8 points in this jam.
Morph wearing the star for the World. Skaron Yeager for Skate Riot Project. Penalty box is empty.
The World with a pretty tight jammer rotation. We've seen a couple of breakout jammers on green on Skate Riot Project, but honestly, the World is keeping it pretty tight. They've got a pretty solid 4 jammer rotation that they're not deviating from a whole lot. And honestly, I guess if it's not broken, don't fix it, because they're putting up a lot of good points and putting up a good fight.
All right, and our Skate Riot Project pivot, Cuddy, is being sent to the box, and Morph is our lead jammer. Skaron being held quite solidly by that World blocker setup. And as I say that, she is out.
The minute you say that, something happens. Yep, that's announcer vision. All right, Morph with those 4 points in the air. Looking to her bench. Her bench says, go ahead and run it.
Keep on going. So stop. The World blockers are doing a great job holding Skaron, really buying more time for Morph to try to get more points on the board.
Morph at the front of the pack with 2 to 3 to beat and decides, you know what, we're good. We're good.
So that'll be an 8-point jam for the World, bringing their score to 127. 4 points for Skate Riot Project, now to a nice even 160.
All right, this will probably be the final jam. We've got 22 seconds left on the period clock.
Griff will be jamming for the World, and Kiwi for Skate Riot Project. I do believe we have one in the box for the World.
And with this jam starting with only 5 seconds on the period clock, it will be up to the lead jammer to decide how long this game goes. They will be controlling the clock. Unless, of course, we get penalties and then it's a 2-minute jam and, you know, that's how things go.
Hearing a whistle, it looks like Sick will be heading to the box. That pack getting stretched. Oh, and that'll be Phoenix joining Sick in the box as Sunny rejoins. So we have our full World blockers.
That does give Griff the advantage, and your lead jammer. That is the 3rd lead jam in a row for the World in this last jam.
Ammunition now heading to the box, and just as Sick stands, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
really in queue, but
and we've got about a minute left on the jam clock. Griff has control, and you know, taking a look at our bench.
Might as well. We have blockers in the box. That was an easy pass for Griff for a full 4.
So good. Almost untouched there on that inside line for Griff. Griff really killing it. This is her 2nd game tonight, and she's been jamming in this 2nd one a bunch. She jammed a bunch in the 1st one, and honestly, such great athleticism and such great heart out there right now.
Ammunition back on the track. Lightning is standing. Kiwi is through. Looks like Grip's still fighting through.
It's a tie right now. It's a tie. You don't just call it, baby. You don't want to be lead and then not. No. Okay. All right. That's what we're doing.
All right. As this jam kicks down, it'll come down to whatever those last couple of points were. Really, really solid work all around. That was a 12-12 jam. So a full 2 minutes for a 12-12 jam. With a final score of the world with 139 to Arizona Roller Derby Skate Riot Project 171. All right, make some noise for these skaters. Friends, if you are accustomed to helping us tear up the tape, please do not do that tonight. We are leaving the track up. And again, that final score, the world 139, Arizona Roller Derby Skate Riot Project 171. Can we give a high five to your skating friends, fans? SRP, you get the victory lap. Also, as a reminder, leave the tape on the floor. Leave the tape on the floor. Leave the tape on the floor. Thank you. Leave it on the floor. Leave the tape on the floor. On the floor? Leave the tape. Leave it on the floor. Thank you.